Hey everybody, Ben here from the Beard Guys, and today I wanted to run through how you can get Scrappy in Arc Raiders upgraded to the max level very quickly and easily. There's a bunch of different items you need to find in-game in order to upgrade Scrappy. Most of them are fruit items, and they can be quite tricky to find, but there is an easy technique that makes it much quicker to do it without having to go around and look in specific places. So I'm going to run through that for you today. Why do you want to upgrade Scrappy? Well, he'll passively collect various basic resources for you. He'll get metal parts, fabric, plastic parts, chemicals, rubber parts, and seeds, which you can use to trade with Trader Celeste. And he'll passively gather those whilst you spend time in raids. You'll notice his inventory slowly fills up, and then you can claim those out of it when you want to use them. Once they hit the max capacity, they won't get any more, so make sure you claim them before it hits that amount. And in order to upgrade him to max level, for the first upgrade, you're going to need 1 dog collar. For the second upgrade, to get to tier 3, you're going to need 3 lemons and 3 apricots. For tier 4, you're going to need 6 prickly pears, 6 olives, and 1 cat bed. And for tier 5, the final upgrade, you're going to need 12 apricots, 12 mushrooms, and 3 very comfortable pillows. I'll just quickly cover the non-fruit items first because they're a bit simpler. For the tier 2 upgrade, the dog collar, this is a residential item, so technically you can find it more commonly in housing areas such as these on the dam. If you look through drawers and cabinets, stuff like this, you're going to have a chance of pulling it. I actually pulled mine in one of these breach containers in these shacks. This was one in the swamp. It's those shacks where you take the battery and put it into the machine, and they have that single container in there to breach. I found it in there, so realistically, just searching lots of containers in random areas, you're probably going to manage to find a dog collar. But like I said, if you're struggling, try housing areas specifically. There's some of these on Dam. There's a lot on Buried City as well. That has a lot of housing, residential buildings you can search as well. For the cat bed, this is one of the tier 4 items. That's pretty much the same residential, but it's also commercial as well, so you can find it in a few more places. I found one of mine in the testing annex in just a cabinet drawer there. That's this big building here on the dam. There's loads of stuff to search in there, so I'd recommend checking that out. And then the final non-fruit item is the very comfortable pillow. You need 3 of these for the final upgrade. And this is exactly the same as the cat bed. It's residential and commercial, so check those residential areas. And again, I found 2 of mine in the testing annex on night mode. Night mode gives you a lot more loot, so if you're struggling with any of these 3 items, dog collar, cat bed, or the pillow, try night mode. I found 2 in the same game in the testing annex in one of the many drawers there. So that's the non-fruit items. As for the fruit items, we've got the lemon, apricot, prickly pear, olives, and mushrooms. And each of these has a particular plant that you can find it on in any of the maps in game pretty much. If you search around, you're going to find lemon trees that maybe have lemons on the floor, apricot trees, olive trees, and then mushrooms, which are big white mushrooms which grow off of dead logs or sometimes in water in the swamp. You can find these in specific areas. The prickly pear is this cactus type plant. You can find a lot of those on pretty much all of the maps. You don't often find the actual pears on these plants. You'll find them on the floor around it, but they're not often there. But if you keep an eye out, you will occasionally find them. And then the same goes for the apricot and lemon trees. They're these fairly innocuous looking trees here that look fairly similar. You can find some of these apricot trees in the central area of the Buried City, but it's a massive PvP hotspot, so it's pretty sketchy. But we'll talk about the very easy way to get them in just a minute. Lemon trees and olive trees, and again apricot trees, you can find pretty easily on the Blue Gate map. If you go to the olive grove, it's down in the south. It's marked on the map. Go down there, you're going to see these massive trees. They're olive trees. They look like olive trees if you've ever seen one before. Check around those. You can find the olives on the floor. And again, you're going to find apricot and lemon trees here that are going to have the fruit sometimes on the floor, but you can also kick the trees or shake them in order to make them drop more fruit. You have to be quite specific with where you stand, so go all the way around a tree, and it will often give you a little interaction to give it a shove, and that might drop some more fruit on the ground for it. Olive Grove has a ton of this, so it's a very good place to go. As for the mushrooms, they're mostly found in the swamp. They're very rare and hard to find, but they look like big white mushrooms, and you can pick them sometimes. So those are the plants you find, but the easiest way by far to actually do these is to wait for the Lush Blooms map events. So each of the maps has different events that come on every hour. You can see when you select it, it will say Lush Blooms or Night Mode or Electric Storm or whatever. And Lush Blooms is pretty common. Almost every hour of the day, you're going to find Lush Blooms available on one of the maps. So if you have all 4 maps available, Lush Blooms is going to almost always be on one of those. And when you go onto these, that's going to really increase the spawn of fruit. Particularly what it's going to do is increase the spawn of these baskets you can find, which are absolutely packed full of fruit. You can find these in non-Lush Bloom events as well, But during Lush Bloom events, these baskets will be very common. You can find them all over the place, and they have tons of fruit in them. Not just one type, you can find up to 6 of a single fruit in there. You can find loads of different fruit at the same time. And this is by far the easiest way to gather all this stuff. Rather than going around trying to find mushrooms or prickly pear cactuses or these trees, going in and doing the Lush Bloom events and just farming for these containers, you're going to get that stuff very, very quickly. Particularly if you work with a team and you can share with each other what you need for your various upgrades. We were doing it yesterday and got tons of this stuff very quickly. It's a lot easier than finding stuff, particularly mushrooms and prickly pears were quite annoying to find the actual plants, but the baskets are much easier to find. So like I said, select whichever map has Lush Blooms available, go onto that map, look around, find these baskets, you're going to find loads of fruit. Not only is it good for the upgrade for Scrappy, the fruit is also worth loads of money, and it's really light as well. So each piece of fruit you get is worth 1,000 credits basically. And it wasn't rare for us to find 2 or 3 baskets in a single raid within, 15 minutes time. And from that, we could get 20 or 30,000 credits worth of fruit just out of that. And it's very easy to carry as well. And it's getting upgrades for Scrappy. The olives, apricots, and lemons, particularly the olives, are a bit easier if you go onto Blue Gate. That olive grove area mentioned earlier has tons of trees, particularly the olive trees. There's loads around. So if you're struggling to get any of those, particularly the olives, out of baskets, then just go onto Blue Gate. It doesn't have to be during the Lush Bloom event, and just farm those olive trees. There's loads there. If you're a bit worried about the level of PvP on some of those tougher maps, then you can always go in with a cheap kit. Just make sure you got a safe box, and then just run over and just grab as many as you can and make sure they're going in your safe box. And then if you get killed, it doesn't matter. You've still got what you need. So hopefully that helps some of you get Scrappy upgraded. We were getting tons of this fruit yesterday in a very short amount of time. If you've got any other tips you want to share, drop them in the comments below to help other people out. I'm going to be dropping tons of Arc Raiders guides over the coming weeks, so do drop a sub and a like if you enjoyed the video. And I'm also going to be streaming it on YouTube and Twitch, so do stop by the live stream and hang out there. Thanks so much for watching. My name's Ben. We are the Beard Guys, and I'll see you next time.
Bastion's going away. We're doing well here. We're doing well.
Oh, jeez.
Oh, where's these lemons at?
Are the lemons in the barrel?
You can get them in the...
Yes,
Yeah.
the lemons in the barrel. And olives. And aloe vera.
Is this a lemon tree? Doesn't seem to be doing anything.
Well, keep your peepers out for lemon barrels.
I haven't seen anything.
No, I'm
Go
stuck.
to the house. I can't be out here.
I'm stuck.
Oh, there's a big
Oh,
robot
no.
next to you.
Very bad. Very bad.
I've got my lemons. I've got
I'm in the
6
metro.
apricots for someone.
Oh, mate. Oh, hello, a tree. Oh, I got an apricot. Shaking a tree. I got another apricot. I got 2 apricots.
No, please, no,
I'm
please,
hide
no.
for a moment. 2 apricots.
I've got apricots for everyone.
Oh, what a lad. Can you get underground?
I'm underground where I am.
Oh,
I'm underground as well.
smashed it, mate.
Jesus. This might be the most stressful bit in the game, getting lemons.
I'm so happy to have got the lemons out.
Yeah, 2 apricots. I'll take that all day.